Have you ever wondered what actually happens in that split second after you click book on a hotel website? Well, I can tell you it's not magic. It's really a silent, high stakes digital battle. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the powerful software that decides the price you pay, the room you get, and honestly, whether a hotel sinks or swims in this massive online ocean. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to size up the digital battlefield that hotels are fighting on. Then we'll unpack the 5 key weapons in their software arsenal. After that, we'll see how they all work together, who's actually selling this stuff, and finally, we'll uncover the one critical strategy that really separates the winners from the losers. Okay, so what is the core challenge we're talking about here? It's really all about survival in a digital jungle. I mean, for every single hotel, the internet is this huge, chaotic battlefield. And the ultimate prize? It's getting you, the guest, to skip the big travel sites and book directly with them. That is where the real battle is won. And just to give you an idea of the sheer scale we're talking about, just look at this number. This is the projected size of the global online travel market by 2025. That is a staggering amount of money, and it represents an incredible amount of competition. Every single hotel is like a tiny boat in this enormous, turbulent ocean. So that brings us to the core question, right? When you're going up against giant online travel agencies, or OTAs, and literally thousands of other hotels, how do you even get noticed, let alone win a booking? Well, the answer isn't just a nicer lobby or a better breakfast anymore. The answer is smarter technology. So how do they compete in that $833 billion market? They use a digital arsenal. Let's break down the 5 essential pieces of software that are the absolute foundation of any modern hotel strategy. First up, we have the booking engine. You can think of this as the hotel's own personal cash register, right there on their website. It is the most critical tool for capturing those direct bookings, which means they don't have to pay a hefty commission to a middleman, like Booking.com or Expedia. And you don't just have to take my word for it. We can hear it directly from a provider. Risaliva puts it perfectly. This tool is all about empowerment. It's about cutting out that middleman, paying less in commission, and putting that income directly back into the hotel's pocket. All right, next is the channel manager. Now, imagine a hotel sells rooms on 10 different websites. How do they avoid selling the exact same room twice? Manually, it would be an absolute nightmare. The channel manager is the air traffic controller that syncs everything automatically, preventing overbookings and making sure the price is the same everywhere. And this quote from Hotel Linkage just illustrates the value so brilliantly. They boil it right down to its essence. It's the difference between doing something one by one, which is a total headache, and doing it with one click. This is all about gaining massive efficiency and centralized control over your entire online presence. Now, at the very heart of it all is the Cloud PMS, which stands for Property Management System. This is the digital brain of the entire operation. It handles everything happening inside the hotel. We're talking check-ins, housekeeping, billing, and most importantly, it connects to all the other tools we're talking about. This quote from ElectroWeb really gets to the core of it. The keywords here are end-to-end digital management. This shows that a modern PMS isn't just some internal tool. It's designed to be an integrated hub that connects to the channel manager and the booking engine to run the whole show. You know, in today's world, reviews are absolutely everything. So the Online Reputation Manager is basically the hotel's digital eyes and ears. It scours the web for mentions, it tracks reviews on TripAdvisor and Google, and it helps the hotel understand what guests are really saying about them, both the good and the bad. And as BookLogic points out here, this is not a passive tool. It's about taking action to increase reputation, support the brand, and protect their identity. It turns guest feedback from something you just read into a strategic tool you can use for improvement and marketing. And finally, we have the rate scanner. You can think of this as the hotel's secret agent. It automatically spies on what competitors are charging for their rooms all across the web. This allows hotels to stop guessing and start making actual data-driven decisions about their own pricing. Rate4's description here says it all. Optimize your prices. This tool gives a hotel manager a real-time dashboard of the competition. Are they priced too high, too low? This lets them adjust on the fly to maximize every single booking. It's a total game changer. Okay, so we've met the 5 key players, but their true power isn't in what they do alone, it's in how they work together. So let's connect the dots and see this digital ecosystem in action. This right here is the key to understanding how it all connects. See, it all starts with the cloud PMS, the brain. It knows exactly which rooms are available and at what price. It then feeds this information to the channel manager, which acts as a central distributor, pushing that single source of truth out to every sales channel, from the big travel sites to the hotel's own website. And here is that journey in action. A manager sets a price in the PMS. Boom! The channel manager pushes it everywhere instantly. A guest books a room, and that reservation flies right back to the PMS, updating the inventory across the board. Then, after the stay, the system can even automatically ask for a review. It's a completely seamless, automated loop.
So we know what the tools are and how they connect, but who actually makes this stuff? Now we're going to zoom out and look at the marketplace itself. And this is based on a study of 57 different software companies providing these services in Turkey.
Now, this chart reveals something fascinating about the market. You see that almost everyone, 46 out of 57 companies, offers a booking engine. But far fewer, only 22, are willing to build the much more complex cloud PMS. It just shows that building a simple storefront is one thing, but building the hotel's digital brain, that's a much bigger challenge. And that brings us to this number, 3. Out of 57 companies that were studied, only 3 of them offer all 5 of these essential tools. And this reveals the single biggest headache for hotels. Finding a true all-in-one solution is nearly impossible. It forces them to piece together a system from different vendors, making that seamless integration absolutely critical. Which brings us to our final and maybe most important point. You see, just having these 5 tools isn't enough. The real magic, the new blueprint for success, happens when they stop being 5 separate programs and start acting as one intelligent, interconnected system. So let's just boil it all down. Direct bookings, that's what drives profit. Automation, it saves time and prevents costly errors. A connected, unified system gives you that 360-degree view of your business, and the data from that system fuels smarter decisions. Bottom line, in today's market, this tech isn't a luxury, it's the price of admission. And that leaves us with one final thought. The system we've just outlined is really designed to master the internet as we know it today. Websites, booking portals, review sites, all of that. But what happens next? What happens when guests start booking their entire trip just by talking to an AI? How will this intricate digital hotel need to evolve for that future? Definitely something to think about.